Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Sade. There have been several reported cases of West Nile virus here in New York City so far. Authorities.
How many? How many was that? How many reported? Let's just go back a couple seconds. Right before her name pops up, look at that. 33 states. Let's keep going.
There have been several reported cases of West Nile virus here in New York City so far. Authorities will be out spraying the city tonight and tomorrow with the.
What do you think they're going to be spraying?
Mosquito population growing. Health officials are warning to remain vigilant.
This morning, several towns across the Northeast on alert, some even closing outdoor public areas and issuing voluntary curfews to prevent the spread of potentially dangerous mosquito-borne illnesses. The country's well-known infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, hospitalized after contracting West Nile virus. The 83.
The expert, right. But we know, in case there is someone new here, look, they all belong to the Rotary Club. There's Fauci on the bottom left, right? And all these other people belong to this club too. All of them. There's so many, Trudeau, Zelensky, you name it. We understand here who've been following this channel for a while and who've been researching for a lot longer. We don't trust him. We don't trust any of them. They receive all these awards, but they only give these kinds of awards to their club members, those that are in the corrupt club. Let's keep listening because got to hear more of what they're reporting. Ooh, this is getting scary. West Nile. Woo.
Virus. The 83-year-old now home and expected to make a full recovery. The CDC saying West Nile has been detected in more than 30 states. Experts warning rising temperatures and rainfall are boosting the mosquito population, leading to an increased risk for mosquito-borne infections.
Given the fact that the climate is getting warmer, more and more mosquitoes are outside, so we have to make sure that we're mindful of that.
Right now, in Massachusetts, public health officials declaring 8 communities, including Boston, at high risk for West Nile.
I do have some bug spray if I do notice, and then I'll just zip myself.
Plymouth closing parks and fields at night through September.
And important to remember, West Nile cannot be spread person to person, and doctors say many who contract this illness may not ever even show symptoms, and severe cases are very rare, but can't be complacent, guys.
Yeah, let's be mindful of these things, right? And you can't catch it from other people, but there you have it again, 33. But let's hear what they say about the spraying in another video. Take a listen.
Tonight, in the fight against the West Nile virus, trucks from New York City's health department will be fanning across Manhattan and Brooklyn, targeting disease-carrying mosquitoes with pesticide spray. Experts say a hotter, wetter climate puts people in closer contact with more mosquitoes. In Massachusetts, 8 communities, including Boston, are now at high risk for West Nile. And this week, the state will start spraying in some communities to combat an even rarer and more deadly mosquito-borne disease called EEE. The town of Plymouth now closing fields and parks from dusk till dawn.
And David, those mosquito-borne illnesses are not passed person to person. As for that pesticide spray, officials say it is low risk, but you can stay indoors to avoid any potential side effects. Pesticide spray, officials say it is low risk, but you can stay indoors to avoid any potential side effects.
Watching this closely. ABC's Ariel Reshef on this again tonight.
Tonight, planes and trucks in Massachusetts are loaded with pesticides as health officials try to protect communities at.
Notice that license plate. As above, so below. 2332. Let's keep going.
High risk for the EEE virus, a rare but potentially deadly mosquito-borne illness. The targeted spraying comes just hours after neighboring New Hampshire reported what is likely the country's first death this year from the virus. While most infected people don't have symptoms, some cases can be severe. About 30% of those who get brain inflammation die.
Okay. EEE, if you put it the other way, that's 333. I'll show you a picture in a second. And of course, the 3 right there for 30%. Let me show you a picture. Albert Pike's Lodge was 333. That's why they love that number. and it's EEE. Sometimes they flip it the other way, MMM or WWW. Look, they're a corrupt organization. The news is controlled. We understand that. But let's watch a few other clips. I'm going to try to keep this short.
Plymouth has decided to close their fields and parks from dusk to dawn. Again, because that is the most prevalent time for mosquito activity.
That's right, Whit. Good morning to you. Health officials in the Northeast are on alert this morning after New Hampshire reported the state's first death so far this year from that rare but potentially severe mosquito-borne illness, Eastern equine encephalitis virus, or EEE. Cases of EEE virus are very uncommon. They can be fatal. The CDC says about 30% of people who have brain inflammation from this virus will die. There is no vaccine or treatment for this. There have been at least 4 other human cases confirmed in the U.S. this year so far, with roughly a dozen communities in Massachusetts alone at an elevated risk. Health teams have been out spraying pesticide in major cities from New York City all the way up to the Boston area to help prevent the spread of mosquito viruses. And health officials are also concerned.
Oh, yeah, climate change and spraying will help, right?
As more than 30 states report cases of the West Nile
Just say it, 33
virus. These diseases are only transmitted from a mosquito bite, not person to person. That's really important to stress. Most people have not had any symptoms or may not even know that they're infected, but severe cases can present with fever, headache, extreme fatigue, gastric distress, and seizures. So if you experience any of these, seek medical attention immediately. Guys, important.
Now, what did Bill Gates have to say about mosquitoes?
Of your hut, that also kills mosquitoes. And we have a new tool coming, this gene drive, that'll change mosquitoes so that populations go down. As we apply these 3 tools, there's way less of these mosquitoes in the environment. Now we can also drop the cases by protecting humans. Ideally, we'd get a long-acting vaccine. We don't have that yet. Or another type of drug, the monoclonal antibodies. Instead of people being infected, you can say that they're just completely protected. And so they're outside this pool of infection. And that means that they're no longer the source of the parasite going back into the mosquito. And so that is very, very helpful. And then for the
Yeah, and he is the expert at all this, right?
balance of the people, you want to find them, diagnose them, and treat them. And if you do that well, every year you get less and less cases. And eventually you get the numbers to be small enough that it all drops down. You literally have 0 cases.
And 0 mosquitoes. There's a purpose and a reason why God made every little critter, creature, animal on this planet. And we understand that. I don't trust this man one bit. Why is that? Yeah, well, that's because, he's in that same club. They're all in that same club. We get it. He's in the club just like all the others. We understand here. We know. We research our enemy. We understand. We don't trust anything that they say. We go in the opposite direction, and we put our trust in God and His Word, because that's the only one that we can put our trust in. But we get that here. Just wanted to share what I noticed in the news, especially seeing Fauci a couple days ago, and I wasn't going to touch it, but then I kept seeing all these West Niles, they're spraying. Boy, they put fear into people in so many different ways. All right, God bless you guys. Take care. Let's have a great day. Till next time.